Hello everyone, welcome back finally to Star Wars Empire at War as Zsinj's Empire, also known as the Dark Empire now, of course, which we are reveling in. Do have to start by an apology for not uploading for a good couple of weeks between having a cold and playing far too much Space Marine 2. I've just not found the time for this, unfortunately. Back now though, and we're going to be trying to take Kampe and Hakassi today at the very least. We did say that we'd be taking these in the previous video, and that would really secure our hold on the centre of the galaxy. Shore up defences there, take Ojum afterwards, it'll be very, very nice indeed. Do want to be mindful though that the New Republic is being very dastardly and building up massive, massive fleets across the, outer edges of the core, shall we say, because it's really boiled down to we control one half of the galaxy and the New Republic controls the other half. So they have masses and masses and masses of resources behind them. If we go to faction statistics, you can see we have 91 planets, which is absolutely massive, and the New Republic has 52. Their total credits in the bank at the moment are 46,000, which is not insignificant whatsoever. And if this is not their net income, then they have about 15,000 coming in each cycle, which is pretty damn decent. So they can certainly afford certain ships, one of which being the Viscount. We've seen the prototype for that already, but we've not managed to destroy it. So once that shows up, once again, we'll have to act accordingly. So, which one do we go first for, Hakassi or Kampe? Well, we can, of course, split forces and go for these. They're very interesting compositions and defences over here. Let's start with Hakassi. It has a tier 3 shipyard and some fair defences, apparently. The main orbital defence, though, is this torpedo sphere. They're very nasty indeed. So it does make us think we probably shouldn't bring in too many capital ships. But I think we don't really have the resources to send loads and loads of fighters and bombers at this fleet, because that's certainly going to be a weakness of it. And a torpedo sphere, if it gets in range of any carriers, will absolutely rip us apart. But do we have that World Devastator somewhere, actually? That'd probably be a good idea to start using them. So this one over here, Titus Clev. Just keep them in the back. Wouldn't mind creating a fleet out of this eventually. We can start looking at that fairly soon. Just spam out. We don't have Fondor, but we do have Biss. That can create some decent ships, but we have things, further towards the back here, just to make things easier. Just make a couple of these for now. Just get out some frigates for them. I think about capitals soon after. It's quite good on the pop cap already, but that's because it's largely Imperial cruisers and, of course, the World Devastator. But in terms of hitting this, we do have the Eclipse here. And, I think that would actually be pretty damn decent, because we can super laser the torpedo sphere, and then everything else should barely dent it, but they should get a decent amount of garrison out of the shipyard there. Once again, if we go to faction statistics, our Eclipse has healed after taking a beating with its aggressive scouting previously. The land battle there should be fairly easy because it's largely infantry. They do have a planetary shield generator, but they only have a barracks outside of their Moth Palace, don't they? So it is just going to be infantry and speeders out of there, so don't do anything too heavy. In terms of Kampe, it's sort of the opposite way around. A very easy space battle with a lot of hard armour support on the ground. Once again, another isolated planetary shield generator, so that's going to be the first port of call, I think. Definitely a dropship going over there. Got to be mindful of an AT-AT watching it though, as well as a tracked mobile base. I have a couple of those. I don't find them to be the greatest of threats usually. They're just a lot of health to hit through. And all the other extra AT-AT there. So, I think Eclipse for Hakassi. Zsinj, perhaps, or I think we can bring down our Vengeance fleet actually for Kampe, because we need to keep Zsinj protecting Biss while we're still upgrading the defences there. We don't have ground to orbit capabilities there. I think for now that's probably the best idea, rethinking that. So we'll specialise this in terms of infantry power, and we'll get a hypervelocity cannon there. Let's see then. In terms of ground units, we want the Emperor. I mean, this really would be able to take on Hakassi, wouldn't it? Perhaps we want to swap out that tank droid or the SPMAT even for some A9s would be excellent there. So we'll take from Kuats for that perhaps. Otherwise, do we have any spare A9s in the back lines? Got some Mandalorian units there, got some commanders. Pretty decent commanders there. We'll certainly take these from Terrafin. I'll do that now. Bring those to Corrida for now. Lantilles has 3 A9s parked out, so that's where our reinforcements can come from. Kaikelis we have recently taken. Let's just build up a couple armor bases there and make sure we tax that because that's got a very good base income. We have an army waiting here. That would be pretty damn decent actually for Kampe. Maybe some more infantry support in there. But otherwise that's pretty decent. Perhaps we could take... I don't want to take from Mrist. Was this just a spy, weren't they? They certainly were. That's okay. Don't mind that. Kaldabi, I forget where that Kaldabi was headed. Probably over here, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, we'll send it over here. Just thinking what sort of infantry support we can bring over. Maybe from Coruscant would be useful. Okay, it's all coming together now. It's all coming together. Kaikelis as well, actually, will have some infantry, some minor infantry, some speeders. That'd be great stuff. So, we also have a probe droid about, apparently. Don't know where that is at the moment. That'd be from the previous video. Okay, enemies taking Talassi. That's okay. Let's go for Kampe. Let's go with our Eclipse. It's a shame it doesn't pop to the top there. Let's double check our scouting. Yeah, come with the Lancer first. Absolutely fine. Okay, so nothing really too fancy here. Just make sure we use our super laser on the torpedo sphere. You have to respect the 20 proton torpedo magazines on that. They're very, very dangerous. They rip apart shields like they're nothing. And then, of course, they do just as much damage to your hold points. Now, I think the plan really was to see how well this goes with a tank battlecruiser. So we're certainly going to bring that in. And we bring in, of course, because that's a torpedo sphere, some Lancers. Let's bring up this Lancer. We'll wait for that to make sure it's in range. We could just do it now and see if it's in range. Yeah, that'd be alright then. Lovely. Bam! Easy game. Now it's just a very standard approach. Let's push the tank battlecruiser up, of course. This can focus on the Victory coming in there because it is firing out some missiles. Our Lancers probably should be a tiny bit closer there then, if that's the case. But they're very, very good. Look at that, just not able to make a dent there. And if we go for the tank battlecruiser, we can go for the Imperial frigate there. Which absolutely rips apart. Do we get many fighters and bombers out here? Not particularly. That's okay. Okay, let's go for these incoming fighters with our Lancers. Lovely stuff. Get rid of the turbo lasers here. Just completely destroy this ship so it's not in the way anymore. You can see they barely tickled our shields over here, which is excellent stuff. We go for the Imperial now. Tank battlecruiser can now hit the Victory coming in. You know, we've got a lot of fighters and bombers to deal with, haven't we? So where are our Lancers? If we push up over here, go for any bombers coming in, that would be great stuff. It's not a bother whatsoever. We need to focus our firepower onto this Star Destroyer though. This tag is doing fine against the Victory. It can be very difficult, so I find, to actually create a very, very effective fleet around a Super Star Destroyer. Of course, the Super Star Destroyer is good in itself, but you see how you can struggle and get overwhelmed very easily. But with such a pop-intensive and hungry ship as the Eclipse, it's very difficult sometimes. Well, Lancer's doing okay though. They're keeping bombers off, and they're not being hit so far. The enemy's certainly focusing the Eclipse, which is not a bother at the moment. And even if it does take some hits and some hardpoint losses, we have money coming out of our arses. There's about 800,000 in the bank. Just make sure we're getting on top of any bombers and such. See, we do have extra. Yeah, we've got some fighters and such over here just being completely idle, which is not good. Push up though with both of these ships. In fact, the super laser is nearly off cooldown, which is excellent stuff. There we go, very easy indeed. So we're going to go immediately for the ground invasion over there. There's no need to waste any time, apart from double checking we have the composition that we do want exactly. We have that probe droid on Kaikelius. That was probably going to go to Ocean, or even Corellia. But, yeah, we're going to say from... let's go from Chandrila, because we have the Emperor there, and some very good units indeed. Wanted those A9s, didn't we? They must have gone in around there. In fact, what I've done is I've been very silly, and I've moved these together. That's okay. It's a very simple fix. Where do those A9s go is a question. They'd have gone in here. That's absolutely fine. So, we'll just take those out. Take all of them out. Move over here. Empire's conquered Yagdul. Interesting. Alright. That could be a bit of a bother for us, if I remember. No, it's Yagdul's around here, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. It's not a bother. So, yeah, that'll be alright. Want some more infantry there, actually. Once again. And this is going to be it. Okay, so it's a very interesting start on Hakassi, because you're right in the middle of two potential areas to advance to. I generally like to go straight for this one, because if you can get some indirect fire artillery over, you can get the planetary shield generator. We don't have any of that though at the moment. We're certainly going to bring in the Emperor. A couple A9s are always brilliant, and yeah, I'll just bring in some more Raptors, always useful. Push forwards to capture the build pads, and I think we'll sit one or two units into this so that we don't get flanked too nasty. Now I know the enemy's mostly going to be infantry, so we can only really have to build up infantry turrets. In fact, because it's speeders, let's just garrison a couple units inside these A9s. That works out pretty damn well, doesn't it? Lovely stuff. Let's go straight over to this command post then. We do see some infantry coming through here, but our A9s should be fine for that. We can just send the Emperor to capture for the minute. Do see some rockets coming out actually. Halt, unload. So we're overlapping with our healing. That's all good. Lovely stuff. See the A9's very well suited for ripping apart infantry. Yes, we did take a bit of damage because they have rockets, but with our blaster cannons, they just absolutely rinse through infantry. We have a lot of health behind us as well, don't we? So we've captured this, which is great. Once again, we don't actually have a long-range gun. We do have an SPAT. That might be able to hit that, but it's not the biggest of problems, to be honest. And SPAT would only be used for that at this point. It's quite the waste when firing against just infantry. So another A9 and more infantry for us, I think. What we do is we create a repair station here, though, because we are relying on our A9s, so I don't want them to go down. Lovely stuff. Okay, so we see some enemy, we call them speeders coming through. They do have, yeah, okay, we have both sorts of speeders here. Let's just pull back a second. Push just in case they're dropping their bombs next to us. Yeah, there we go. Absolutely rinse through them. Great stuff. This is why I want a Canderous though, because we do still see some repulsed tanks coming through. We get rid of that as well. The repair station. Great stuff. Very nice indeed. Easy game. Of course, Ariada Authority. It's very uncharacteristic of them to rely on their infantry. So use armour against them. But great stuff. I'm glad we didn't go for any aerial units because you do see anti-air turret there. You'd have to be careful of this A9 though. Let the Emperor move ahead because he'll be excellent against clearing groups of infantry. And again, 3 A9s. Not exactly bad themselves, are they? Don't see anything coming behind us. Let's just push forwards. Do see an anti-infantry turret there, so the Emperor might have to worry about that a little bit. Let's get our Canderous on that, as well as the tank droid there. Lovely stuff. See another infantry turret there, but it's clearly not worrying us, is it? Not bothering us whatsoever. Let's push up. Okay, let's push up here to a central location. Get on top of it. Remove the infantry. Love how the Emperor's standard attack is actually his lightning. Okay, so we do see an anti-vehicle turret. Let's get that from long range and pull back the A9 out of its range. You can see the mass drivers doing excellent work there. I don't know why we're not firing on that with our tank droid. That's okay. Lovely. Let's get rid, there it is, of the... let's pull up the A9s here and drop off the infantry that are inside them. Destroy this. Lovely. Easy game. So let's make sure we destroy that turret before we unload. Great stuff. Which one's this one? There we go, lovely stuff. Because they carry rockets, they do very well there. Destroy the enemy barracks, excellent stuff. Let's get rid of the tax collection agency. With these, Emperor can deal over here with supporting infantry, and Bombardment can get through the massive 2,000 health of the Moth Palace. And that might even force the enemy to retreat, actually. And that, as we said previously, was going to be the easier of the two planets. And the Emperor actually acts as an administrator as well, which is absolutely ideal. He's the perfect offensive hero, as far as I'm concerned. Let's then, for camper, we're going to go in with this lot. So yeah, we do have our Pathfinder ready. Okay, so we've got quite the nasty battle here. We lost a Nova Cruiser already because he brought them in far too close. That's not too much of a bother for me, if I do say so. We're going to be losing these galleons. It's a bit embarrassing, but not to worry. Not to worry whatsoever. Let's get our battle dragons and such onto this second victory. Move over to destroy this. Actually, get rid of the Architects here because we can rip those apart very quickly with our Superstar Destroyer. That's just less missiles to worry about. They're losing these incredibly quickly. Okay, we're going to have to modify our reinforcements here soon, but that's okay. But just as quickly as we've lost loads of ships, the enemy's lost just as many. Unfortunately, they don't always count because I think those were in fact the auto garrisons out of these space stations, weren't they? So if we push up here, deal with enemy bombers, please. Where are we here? Let's deal with some fighters. These are actually bombers that can get on top here. Lovely. Start dealing with the Golan, please. And this group can deal with this Golan with all of its ion cannons, being able to deal with that very, very quickly indeed. In fact, we'll group that up and get on top of this and group us up, just so it's a little easier to have some hotkeys ready. But with the help of those bombers as well, can now start pummeling through here, so just a case of quickly alternating between each group. I'm really just focusing their firepower. But it is the ground invasion that's going to be very difficult, and it's going to take a little more thought through it. because of all of that armour to chew through. SMATs and counter assault tanks are certainly going to be needed. We could probably go more infantry heavy for this invasion, but they don't quite have the sustainability that armour does, especially the Canderous with their shields and their good mobility. And against the track mobile bases, they can produce a anti-infantry turret on top of their, was it 1,000 hit points, so infantry can struggle against them. Alternatively though, they do fire long-range proton missiles, so that does pose a bit of a problem. It's a good pairing with AC-80s actually. Only a handful of mine frigates lost there, it's not a problem. We did actually catch an AC-80, at least in the orbits there, which is great stuff. Speaking of which though, we've committed the cardinal sin of having some ground units still here. So okay, we'll just keep them there for now. Bring in our invasion force. Did we want anything extra from these reinforcements brought over here? We'll probably bring SMAT, couple A9s just in case. What do we have here? Fair bit of infantry. Yeah, we've got everything we need really. These SPMATs bringing in will be very useful, but we do have ACPCs there as well. Yeah, I think that's good enough. We'll just scout again the maps and double check what we're dealing with. They produced another AC-80 there, but otherwise I think we're just fine. Can't waste any more time. This is quite an interesting drop actually. I'm going to take one of these because I thought it must have been dropping down here. So this does give us the option of... Actually, come on, let's get inside there. Get inside there. Taking this abandoned factory or barracks over here. Let's very quickly pop on over here. So it's an abandoned heavy factory, which is excellent. Now, they did have an AC-80 spawning over here, didn't they? You can see they've already captured the area. Yeah, okay, we might not be able to drop here as planned. Really? But we'll see. Oh, it's an ATT. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, so we're dealing with this infantry, okay. But they're going to be sending in more, so this ATT needs to come in immediately. It's a speeder there, and yeah, we can drop this. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, move out immediately. That AC-80 is going to rip us apart. Might want to run away, actually. Just completely. Yeah, okay, so ATT, stop here. We're just going to have to come in with some more armour, aren't we, to begin with. More infantry there as well would be very useful. Alright. So, we can funnel the enemy into this tunnel, corridor. If we sense and know that's out to keep eyes on and come over here.
What do I get to blow up?
If we repair station this and just watch our backs with the infantry turret there. Doesn't look like the enemy does want to come down just yet. Let's see. Yeah, if we park our SMAT just here then, we can see that AT-80. Lovely stuff. Oh, very lovely indeed. Let's pull back here. ATT, lovely. Gorgeous. We take this, make sure it's a repair station. Yeah, there we go. So we do see Lancets. Probably should have brought in ATAAs, really. Not to worry. Don't need to panic. Okay, just bring in this SMAT a little closer. Yeah, those Lancets have disgusting range. Let's bring up the SMAT. Yeah, pull back. Okay. Can you fire on that, please? You've got line of sight? No? Alright, ACT needs to get out of the way. We need to focus this immediately. Do not have line of sight there. Get out! Get out! Get out! There we go. Okay, focus Lancet, please. idea. Okay, ACT needs to push. Actually, let's pull it all the way back here.
On my way, sir.
That's a shame to pretty much have lost that for now. It's another AT-AT rather. Yeah, we can fire on that, thank you. Absolutely focus that. Pull back these because they're going to get ripped apart over here. We do see some track bases now. Ooh, okay, we see a lot of track bases. Let's just get rid of these, just for the sake of them being down. There we go, focus on one at a time, please. Alright, one down, lovely. Focus on this one. Do have line of sight there, thank you. Pull back here just very quickly. Focus that down, just for the sake of reducing enemy firepower. Hit this, please. Everyone focus on the one. Looks like we can see a Lancet actually trying to fire, but actually shot blocking itself. Yeah, lovely. So we'll stay here then. Pull back immediately so we don't lose this. And just make sure we have pulled over to protect the SMAT. How's ACT doing? It's doing absolutely fine. What do we want then? We don't have any ATAAs. Oh, it's actually starting to hit us now. You know what? I'm actually thinking another dropship just to chase off those Lancets. Okay, we need to pull back with our Candaces just so they can recharge their shields. SMAT, are you going to start hitting that properly? Actually, the Raptors will be fine if they can hit those.
Yes, sir. Yes, come on.
Okay, lovely. Bring the ACT back in. That's going to go down. That's not good. Yeah, that's down. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There we go. See, we need to chase these down, really, don't we? Yeah, just getting healed here as well. I don't like that at all. This is far too much once again. Proving to be quite the problem. Get that one, please. Oh, we can't up here. That's just bad.
Where's my target? Affirmative, sir.
Okay.
Choose your reinforcements.
Another SMAT. So it was doing fine. Just about got out of there. Look at all this armor coming in. It's absolutely disgusting. Tell you what, maybe we can pull back with some infantry and get this command post down here because we do need more reinforcements. Just need numbers. I really hate these bloody things as well, the Lancets. Oh, but with two AT-ATs and Lancets there, that's vile. That's absolutely vile. We hit these, just about. Let's get on top of this because at least I'm not going to retreat. Unit destroyed, that'll be a Canderous. Starting to think infantry was the way to go, you know. Okay, let's just... Oh, no, we keep line of sight there just to get that AT-AT. We'll see more because they do have an advanced factory, I believe. Wow. Okay, what do we see over here? Not much. Let's drop our infantry, finally get some reinforcements on the field, and increase our numbers.
Standing by. On the way. We could use more supplies.
Okay. Talk about that speeder, please.
Give us a signal. We can keep up.
It does actually hit aero units. It's a bit silly. That bomb. So we could now try and go straight through to their main base. Not necessarily a bad idea.
Reporting. Your signal is garbled. Choose your reinforcements.
Definitely want a couple more units of infantry over here though. We could... oh, look at that though. I don't... These Lancets are just getting on my nerves. So... I think... yeah, infantry... galore. Maybe a couple A9s to back them up with mobile healing and they can go for the base. They've captured an abandoned factory though, we can see. So these units can still come through here, try and get this command post and hit the planetary generator. Yeah, lovely, that'll do, that'll do. Start moving this up here.
We stand ready to fight.
Okay, I want to get some groups going. Alright, let's sit inside for now with a couple of these. See more speeders, see more Lancets come in. Are we able to hit these with our rockets? We are. Oh, maybe we should have done infantry heavy. Oh well. Oh well. See more infantry coming here. Just deal with that very quickly, and then we can start moving on. Lancet is there. It's just going to sit outside of range, isn't it? Alright. Let's go. Let's get moving. We could split up their attention. What do we see here? Healing and AC. AC, right. Move over. This needs to pull back, and these can't be seen to hit the AC. So it's going to take a bit of time, but we can whistle that down. On top of here. Move up once again. How are we doing here? Hits this, not the infantry, please. Just make sure that's not going to trample us. We're in range of an anti-vehicle turret. That's not the worst. Push up here once again to support. Get rid of that speeder very quickly because that's going to hurt us. Chase this down. There we go, lovely. So pull back here with these. Push up here to heal our infantry. How are we doing over here? Get rid of these, thank you. Get rid of bloody Lancets. That's what I want to get rid of. Another one there. That's another anti-infantry turret. Let's just park up here. Hit that one to begin with. We're okay there. Destroy these so they can't pull back to them. I think we're going to lose this ATT, aren't we? So just unload the infantry. It's a shame. See another bloody Lancet. On top here, there's a weird shot blocker on this hill apparently. This needs more line of sight really, doesn't it? Okay, now I can push, pull this over here. Unit infantry to build, push up please. This needs to pull up as well. And this is static.
We're proceeding with caution.
Okay, let's see. Infantry needs to push up. Another Lancet. Ah, dear. Get on top of this. Please deal with this very quickly. Lovely. Another very strange shot blocker. The little bumps like this can really get in the way. Let's get on top of that repair station because that's really hurting. How are we doing down here? Another ACT. Looks like it's dealt with an A9, has it? No, just not brought it over. That's not so bad. That's going to crush our infantry. Pull back. Over here, we're about to lose the Canderous because those bloody Lancets once again. What are we shooting at here? It's just... Can't see it in the scoring there. I don't think this has line of sight, you know? Poor infantry over here. Just keep pulling it over here. Okay, okay, okay. Get rid of this. Pull into here for now. Deal with... Oh my Christ, how many bloody Lancets they want? Very nearly dealt with that ACAC as well. Look at that, it's just going to wreck us. One with that Lancer. We can't push past the very tall factory either, apparently. So let's remove that as quickly as possible. Okay, deal with this. Deal with the anti-infantry turret, please. And over here, we set up. Pull this through. We have no infantry remaining. It's okay. This will be very useful here.
Ready for battle. Confirmed. Moving forward.
Right. We get on top of this, please. That's really getting on my nerves. Brilliant. Finally down. Great stuff. We're getting somewhere. Planetary generators down. Great stuff. Bombard that. Thank you. Repair station up. Push up over here. Oh, we lost the ACT. To a sneaky Lancet. There it is. Hail of rockets on top of there. Get rid of it finally. There we go. Finally. Enemy was able to dig in so hard here. So hard. Very frustrating to deal with. But, I mean, we lost less than I was expecting there. It's a favourable trade for 3 ACTs, 3 track bases and all of that. Those Lancets, they're a killer. Really, really horrible. Must respect their extreme range and mobility. So all 3 things you want in one go. Amazing firepower, long range firepower and excellent mobility. Very, very difficult to deal with. But we do now have Kampe and Hakassi under our control, and that is excellent. So with that being said, I would say that the core is really under our solid control now. We build up some static, base defenses, and we'll be just great there. The only problem, because there's always a problem, is this 429 pop fleet now amassed at our Brigade of Ray. That's very nasty. That's 4 MCAC Home 1 types. How do we deal with that? Well, not entirely sure, really. I mean, they're glorified carriers, but they're bloody tanky ones. And because they're tanky, they can do a lot of damage to you if they're left to sit idle at the back of their lines. It's not like their fighters and bombers don't do anything either, is it? So, I think that might have to be left for next time, guys. That's one we've got to cool our heads now. And I think for the next episode will probably be the last of this series if we're able to take on this fleet, because then really it's just a case of, one planet by planet by planet conquest further down this area, isn't it? I don't think that'd be the most interesting of watches, really. And I do have further, a little more interesting ideas for Empire at War in the future. So dropping this series and focusing on those would be much more interesting, I think. It would allow me a lot more time for it. But once again, we'll try one more episode, try and get this fleet down, because that is absolutely disgusting. And that'll be it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And I shall see you in the future. May all of your nights and days be auspicious. Goodbye.